Hello everyone. Today's video is going to be about my closing thoughts on the Incurables program. So the reason why I filmed the way that I filmed was because it was the amount of resources that I had, which weren't many. So I did my best to film in short durations as much as possible, but I also wanted to include details and updates about how I was feeling, how my days were going, and everything that had happened on the Incurables program. I truly feel like I went through a healing crisis, having canker sores throughout the 30 days. And then I unfortunately could not stay completely vegan. It was more like a vegetarian program for me where I had to use milk products. But that was the only thing I used. I had prepped myself prior to this, not even eating meat or animal or other animal products about 6 weeks ago or so. So I mean, I was prepping myself, and then I was also doing some routine bowel cleansing to get my bowel ready for what I was about to go through for 30 days, just to kind of tune things up and then really tune up the other organs like the liver and the kidneys. And that's basically what this program does for you. In short though, as you do those things, as you cleanse the bowels, you cleanse the liver, you cleanse both the kidneys, if you have both of them, you will experience radical healing and cleansing throughout the body. It's a very intense cleansing and detoxification process. The most intense thing that I experienced on this program was a cold sheet treatment, as you guys will see in the playlist. And that was one of the most intense natural healing experiences I ever had. But I think for my duration, at least the last 3 weeks of the program, I had a healing crisis with the canker sores. I did use a little bit of milk products, either as much or as little as possible. I just had to work with what I had, especially with the cameras. Unfortunately, my phone would have been a better choice, but despite the memory and how much my phone could actually hold, it just wasn't going to cut it. Plus, I had to move these files off my cameras every couple of days to make more room. So it was just a matter of having enough gigabyte storage too. So that's why I filmed the way that I filmed. Another point I wanted to come and talk to you guys about though was Dr. Schulze always saw that his patients and people that he worked with, anybody that he worked with, were actually a lot tougher than what we think we are. And one of the goals of his clinic was to always empower people to know that they could heal themselves, and he was just the guide. And in turn, they actually healed themselves, not Dr. Schulze. So that was something that I always continually focused on throughout the program and the duration of the 30 days because of what I was going through. And that's why I stayed on the path as much as I could. At the bare minimum, I just tried to take all the supplements that I was required to take, and teas to drink and foods to eat, what have you, the hydrotherapy routines. I just wanted to make sure I had all that done by the end of the day. And that was really the goal there, you know? And I pulled it off, as much as I could. So, the beauty of this program, though, is that you don't have to do everything to the T. Dr. Schulze actually doesn't recommend that you do. I had to find my own way, my own groove of doing things for myself on this program. And so I did turn and switch some things around when I needed to, especially with traveling, being run down and shopping, and then coming back to the house and then making my juices fresh every week. It was a lot of work. It pays to have a healing partner. It pays to have help from family on this program. Dr. Schulze doesn't typically recommend a mom or dad, like a parent, to help their son or daughter out on this program because they may just hold back a little bit, because sometimes you need someone that's going to kick your ass essentially to get well and to heal whatever is bothering you in your body. So that was just a closing point I wanted to mention, and why I did what I did and how I was able to pull off this program. My last point is will I do this program again? I don't know. If I do it, I probably will not film it, just because I had to figure out when does a time to film and to